who want to buy land, they're being given raw deals, and yet there's a law that protects them, and they're not taking advantage of it.
Well, Ghana as a country has had like several laws enacted to govern its land sector administration over the years since the colonial administration, right through the various governments. There were several different laws, and then we as a country, it was good. It was a good thing we came out with the Lands Act, Act 2020,
yeah,
to kind of like consolidate all these laws. It's a lot. Like, I printed it out, and it was a whole big book, right?
Yeah.
And it sits on my table, and every day I read a little bit of it, right? Because it's a lot. And so you would say that it's quite voluminous, and but there are some nitty-gritties that you need to know, before you acquire land.
Okay.
Before you acquire land, you have to do a little bit of investigation, and I'll borrow from my learned colleague here. They would always mention something, the caveat emptor, and they would say that the buyer should beware. And the caveat emptor is not just for land. I mean, even if you are buying a car, you would have to do your investigation. You go with your mechanic, check the chassis, make sure the VIN is okay, it's not a stolen car, it's not an accident car. You make sure you are buying from the right source. I mean, you do your like little investigation. It's the same thing with the land.
Okay.
I mean, if you feel like you don't have the knowledge, they are always experts.
Okay.
You have lawyers, there are some lawyers that even specialize in land law. You have surveyors, the GHIS, you have estate surveyors, we have land surveyors, you have licensed surveyors. In some cases, you even have planners, right?
Okay.
And so these are all people that work in the land sector space, and that you can call on them.
Okay.
And so it's like, you shouldn't be in the dark. If you don't know something, you can always ask.
It's
always access to an expert. Thank you. So you don't have to read the whole voluminous law, but at least the basic things that helps you to buy land and buy it like without like throwing your money away, without getting duped, and going to the right sources.
Yeah.
Sometimes Ghanaians feel like, at time I worked at Menshia for the past 10 years. I used to be at Menshia too, and Menshia is a public office. The land secretariat there is a public office. Anybody could just walk there. You have people who feel like, hey, I can't go to Menshia. Exactly. You can always go there. There's a nice setup. I mean, people are even surprised. Like, do you have computers at Menshia? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, we need computers to work, right? Yeah. So it's all about people's perception of the whole thing. They make it look like a gray area, but it's not a gray area. I mean, it's serious investment. Like,
most definitely. So let me come to you, Lawyer Americo, and ask you to give us some education, because you are the lawyer here.